My late husband was a great fan of Muhammad Ali. He grew up under difficult circumstances when his father contracted tuberculosis and spent 2 years in a sanatorium. During those formative years, he and his friends would listen to Ali's fights on the radio and television if they were lucky. In my late husband's childhood and adolescence, Ali was the champion of the little people, the poor and downtrodden. As he grew older, he realized that what made him such a fan of Muhammad Ali was the constant positive self-talk. While many saw his professions of "I am the greatest" as obnoxious and conceited, my late husband realized that Ali was talking to himself out loud, reinforcing the beliefs he was instilling in himself. Those beliefs repeated constantly made him a champion. Together we watched Spike Lee's documentary, When We Were Kings, over and over. I caught onto the infectious affirmations, understanding that I, too, could use them to recreate myself. All backed up his self-affirmations with all the hard work, dedication, and discipline a winner needs to become and remain a champion. He was far from being all talk and no action. He lived with his belief that he was the greatest. I don't know if he learned this from someone or if it was intuitive for him. Nowadays it's almost impossible to avoid hearing about positive affirmations. Back in the 1960s, this was not so common. Do you want some of that power that comes from truly believing in yourself? You only have to get online and look up positive thinking or affirmations and learn so much about how to change your mind and create the life you want. It is not a simple task. It does take dedication and effort to retrain your brain, especially if you have learned to talk meanly about yourself and think negatively. Begin with small steps and give yourself a break when you stumble. You too can be the greatest you are capable of being. It starts with a desire, even if you don't yet believe it. What is the first small, action step you can take toward retraining your brain to think in a newer, more positive way? I would suggest that you start by deciding on a few positive things you may not believe yet, but want to believe about yourself. Write them in a notebook daily. Think about them and say them aloud every day before you go to bed and first thing as you awake for at least 30 days.